It's pretty amazing. A guy walks into a stereo store and he says, I'm gonna buy an amplifier. And the guy says, okay. He goes, well, listen, I want to buy this amplifier from you, that guy being my daddy. And he says, how do I get it fixed? And they all looked around and they said, what do you mean? So like if it has a problem, how to get it fixed? Well, they went through the owner's manual really, really quickly and they found a phone number in the back and they said, well, Mr. Jones, if you want to get this fixed, you call this number right here and they'll be able to help you. And he goes, so what you're saying is in Macon, Georgia, if I want to get my amplifier fixed, I got to call a guy in Irvine, California. And why on earth would he care about me, Ken Jones, in Macon, Georgia? He went home to my mama and he said, you know what? I felt like a duck in a lake full of hunters. They wanted to sell me a piece of product, but they didn't want to fix it. He said, I got a good idea. What if we opened up a stereo company and we serviced what we sell? Our original logo, which is, you see this duck right here, was don't be a duck in a lake full of hunters. We service what we sell. Now that has gone since 1978. What a great idea. To this day, we have our own service department that takes care of all the goodies that y'all buy from us. We even do service on the goodies you don't buy from us. This is a brand new show, and I wanted to put that out there just to remind you that for 40 plus years, our family, the Joneses, have been completely invested in audio and video. We love what we do. We are thankful to work for you. My brother Kenny and I own this company, and we love to work for you. The genius minds inside are going to impress you beyond all measures. Let's get inside and check it all out. It is important for you to realize we're now at the car audio video section of the infomercial, but I needed you to hear that because Def Leppard was coming on strong there. And that's Alpine's 5x7. That was 2 of these, only 1 pair of these playing. It is a 2-way. It has an adjustable tweeter. This is called their Type S series. Alpine makes quite a few series. They make an E, an S, an R, and then an X. This is kind of like right in the middle, but it's considered an entry-level speaker that sounds like that. Those are $119 for 2. They're a factory Ford and sometimes Dodge fit in the factory location without having to modify the vehicle. So that's again, $119. It's supposed to be entry-level. Another, what they call entry-level, is this Phoenix Gold 6x9. I'm gonna crank it just a tad bit. Amazing sound, a lot of bass. Speakers matter so much. $119 speakers is not a lot of money for something for when you're in your car every day of your life. So when you come in, just know I have a display that's full of good, proper brands like Alpine and Phoenix Gold and JL Audio and Pioneer, and all these guys are all in place so that you can listen to them with your music. It's kind of cool. The new technology, what changed this year for SEMA this year was virtual, but the thing that they said was because of all these new, like a lot of the cars have the floating tablets up on their dashes and in their dashes, so this has become the norm. So they make them in 8-inch, 9-inch, and 10-inch. This is Sony's brand new model that just came out. This is Pioneer's new 9-inch, and it's nice because the CarPlay right here is wireless, which is really, really nice. I literally connected the CarPlay when we were fixing to start filming in less than 30 seconds, which is a first all by itself. Now it has a proper grid. Look at the graphics on this grid. This is their 9-inch, this is their 10-inch. So it's AM, FM. It has HD radio for folks that go to Atlanta because they do have HD radio in Atlanta. It has a way to add satellite radio if you choose to. So it has XM / Sirius type setup built in. You can hook a backup camera to it. It has pre-outs to add amplifiers to it. I like this general grid if you're not doing the CarPlay. You see all your album art and stuff. But when you hit the CarPlay button, it becomes your CarPlay. So now I've got all of my maps built in. I've got all of my stuff. There's my boo and all these the people I need to contact, all my phone call, my messages, just all the cool stuff that works like it's supposed to. And you see how instantaneous and fast it is. And this is $999, $1,199, and $699. So depending on where you are and what you want for car audio video entertainment, these guys have it all built in. And I like the big giant screen. Why? Because I can see. And I am in my 50s and I cannot see. So I like having a big giant screen. We also carry the Alpine 650. I finally got this back in. Thank you for all your texts and phone calls about when we were getting this radio. It's not $399, it's $349. But yes, I do have Bluetooth radios for $129 to $199. So know that in the scope of it being affordable, it's very easy to buy from Ken's, from Macon and Warner Robins Ken's. Very, very simple. Because we always have the proper price. We always have free installation unless you let us do some custom work. And the coolest thing about it is Most always I have it all in stock, and we have amazing installers between the Macon and Warner Robins location. And in these brands that we haven't had these brands like 2 years. We've had these brands like 40 years, and we service them. So when you come in, do a little demo and consider one of these new 8-inch, 9-inch, or 10-inch floating screens. I got to let you know that stuff is where it's at also. This gym, Legends Fitness, is in Macon, Georgia. It is, by a long shot, the best that I have ever seen, maybe in the state of Georgia. I'm gonna take you inside and show what we did, but this place is incredible. You need to know, if you are that folk that get to go to the gym, this is where it's at. Legends Fitness in Macon. Let's get inside and check it all out. We are inside Macon Legends. Let me tell you now, there is no gym like this gym in Middle Georgia, maybe in the state of Georgia. This is absolutely incredible. Now, but I got to give you the good stuff that we did before we go to anything else. I want you to just kind of feast your eyes up here. This is the way. This is exactly the way these folks do it with Keith and Jillian. But this is what they're. It's not one. I said, well, you know what? I'd at least do a couple of flat panels. He goes, how about we do 8? I said, well, we ought to at least do 65. He goes, how about we do 75? So we have not 1, not 2, but 8 75-inch LG 4K smart panels, and we have basically teamed up with Signature Cabling. They helped us get all of our low voltage stuff in place on some areas that we couldn't get to. That's what they do for a living. And then we teamed up with Cox Cable on the boxes. So all the boxes are in a room back there versus being up here. And this allows them to have individual control. So you see, I can have 8 different things going on at the same time. So if you're one of those folks who works out on the weekend, we can have games up here or whatever we choose to do with these hanging pod speakers, same kind of stuff that we did at Kudzu Seafood in Macon. The idea behind that is that showers sound out. So it would be like 170 degrees of music out, and we got this, they're placed all over the place. And again, this was their idea, not my idea, but it sounds incredible, and you're not dependent on hearing the TV. You have this option of hearing the TV, but now you can get your jam on and just kind of see what's going on in the world in 8 different ways. So Legends Gym in Macon has music, they have security, they have 8 75-inch 4K flat panels. They are ready for you to, if you got that little belly sticking out, I think this is where you're going to lose it.
We'd like to welcome everybody to Macon Legends. We're a new health club in Macon, Georgia. We've got 30,000 square feet of free weights, machines, Olympic-sized pool, basketball courts, sauna, hot tub, and state-of-the-art TVs from Ken's Audio. And check us out. We're opening November the 1st, and no enrollment at this time. And we look forward to seeing you.
Harley Davidson, we love Harley Davidson. We love putting music on Harley Davidson because Harley Davidsons very rarely come with any good music at all. But when you have this particular year model, you can do the Rockford Fosgate head unit and the Rockford Fosgate sound system. Now this particular person did his own bags, which holds 4 6x9s. We're going to get to that in just a second. That's right, I said 4 6x9s. And we have a 400-watt amplifier, completely marine grade, the whole 9 yards. It can handle heat, water, the whole 9 yards. And then our rocket science Nathan comes in and does his magic in here. Then we take the 5 1/4 sleeve out and put in a 6 1/2. So this Rockford Fosgate speaker is a 6 1/2 that's converted, also marine grade, which means when you're washing or you get caught in the rain and you're just spraying it down, it can't damage it. The head unit is an AM/FM radio that has Bluetooth control built into it. So technically you can do the Bluetooth talking, but very hard to do on a Harley because they're crazy, crazy loud. But this is completely weatherproof as well. But look, it fits in the factory hole just like factory would be. We run all of our lines all the way through here to keep it all nice and clean, all insulated locks, and you know what that is, all insulated controls. That way you can pull these bags off if you ever have to service it. Sound quality, let me give you a little example. This is just something mellow. Let me crank it a little bit. It is crystal clear.
I think it's strange.
These roads just Georgia. I'll give you a little more. But here's the price. Wow, man. This is his own bag. 2 6x9s on each side. We bridge the amplifier and it's doing it all day long, and it ends up giving about 600 watts of real power, clean power, but it can handle the heat. And because it's neodymium magnet, right, this piece right here, it doesn't take up all this space down here. It still has all the storage you need, and then this just kind of folds back in. That is spot on. Now, let me just give you some prices before I end this particular part of the segment. The speakers are about $400 a pair, $350 a pair, and depending on the amplifier, anywhere from $400 to $600, depending on that. But the point being is, it's bulletproof product. It is a very rare moment that anything from this company in the world of motorcycle world comes back with an issue. That's the why we do so many motorcycles. And of course, the sound quality, Okay, now JL Audio is a phenomenal company. I want to show y'all something about this. This is their VX. I love that they send their badge separately and you can kind of snap it into place, and it has like a halo ring that glows right here. It has nothing to do with the performance of the amplifier, but I think that's kind of cool. That's how I think. Now, this is an American company out of Florida. JL Audio is arguably one of the best companies that makes speakers and amplifiers and processors. This is the best of the best. So for you guys and gals that come in and they want to see the best, this is called a VXI amplifier. I want you to see the quality of the construction of this is amazing. All the interconnects are just amazing and solid. And the reason this matters to you is in the realm of, hey, pricing is secondary to performance. This has 24-bit processing, digital sound processor built into it, has 1,000 watts of power at 2 ohms, and it has its own crossover network, and it allows your phone or your tablet or your computer to control all of the settings. So if you have a multi-channel amplifier for your mids and highs and a monoblock amplifier for your bass, you literally go into your computer or your tablet and you set up everything for processing. It allows you to tune it to the very best it can be possibly tuned to. Now, these amplifiers are going to be anywhere from $600 all the way up to $1,500, and don't go, oh my gosh, I mean, JL Audio makes amplifiers that are $200. But in the best of the best, the VXI series, completely adjustable from smart device, 1,000 watts of power on this particular one, and the fact that it has DSP built into, parametric equalizer, 10-band parametric equalizer built into every one of the VXI amplifiers. They also make speakers that are compatible with the VXI line from a performance standpoint. When you get into the Macon or the Warner Robins location, check out the VXI JL Audio amplifiers. They are the best. Okay, now I'm going to take you out to Kathleen, to a house that we just did, full security, I mean, full digital day-night vision cameras, best of the best. I just want to get you an idea of how much coverage you get from these babies. These packages start at like $2,000 and up. That comes with 4 cameras, and depending if you need 4, 8, or 16, we just did a gigantic facility up above Forsyth with 77 of them. Very thankful for that work as well. But know that I come out, I'm going to fix and take you over there, but know that I come out and do an estimate and design for free, because everybody always wants to buy too much stuff. They don't need so much stuff to make it all work and keep yourself safe and secure. Check this out. It's nice. Okay, now we're inside the house. So this is kind of a secure area. Here we are with the grid. This shows, now this is how we set this grid up. You can set this up to show 4 cameras or 2 cameras or 1 camera or this, and have one as a priority type camera. But it's nice because, check this out, I mean, I need this kind of detail. I need to be able to see the box. I need to be able to see my mailbox. I need to be able to see who's in my driveway that doesn't belong here, who's in my driveway that does belong here. And this thing is recording the whole time. We've got a base over here, and this is a lockable area, right? So we can keep the bad folks out. We got an outdoor, look at that. Amazing detail when you can see there's your green egg and all your, again, you've got to be able to see these things, because when the bad guy comes in, like I always tell y'all, what the police tell us is they want 3 views of the bad guy. So the idea behind that is, here is my phone. So if I am out of the country or out of state or wherever I am, I can go in here and I can see my grid, you know, anywhere that I have an LTE connection or Wi-Fi connection. So this is full HD. We only do it one way, full HD, and we back it up with a 2-year guarantee. And that is amazing. All right, here we are in November of 2020, and here's what's cool is, you know, Black Friday, everybody always thinks Black Friday, I gotta wait till Black Friday. And other than a few items, there's some items that, you know, onesie twosies and stuff that the big box stores do that's really, really cheap. But like the brands like Samsung and LG and Sony, they've already reduced all of their pricing. Like if you'll go online and look at their TVs, it'll blow your mind. Like 75-inch TVs are $400 and $500 and $600 off. 65-inch TVs are $300 and $400 and $500 off. So there's a lot of TVs that are really inexpensive right now, and you don't have to be waiting in some crazy line on Black Friday. We want you here on Black Friday, but my point is, all during the month of November, it's already happened. It's super, super cool. So I keep, if you'll flip right there, David, I keep, you know, 32-inch TVs, you know, 42, 49 is kind of a weird size now. They do still make some 50s, 55s, 65s, 58, 75s, of course 65, then you're gonna go 75, 82, 85. So when you come in, I do have every size in stock, and that's hard to do in 2020. It's been a very weird year. But what you need to know is, when you come in, I've got it where you can see regular TV programming. This is what keeps it fair to you. So I can watch like DirecTV or Cox Cable, and then I have some 4K demos running constantly to give you an idea of how good it can be. Because a lot of times what people do is they'll go in these other stores and they kind of get misled because they get this 4K going the whole time, and they think they're gonna get home. It's gonna look like that when you're watching, you know, Ben Jones. I love Ben Jones, but watching Ben Jones on TV, all of a sudden you're gonna be. It's not that way. So you need to understand that 4K is wonderful, it is here, but it's not on every channel today. But why do you need 4K? Well, because it's gonna be on everything one day anyway. Now, smart TVs galore, so all my TVs are smart. All the way down to these 32s are smart, which means Netflix and Amazon Prime and music and all that stuff is all gonna be built in. They're all app controlled, which is really, really nice. A lot of them do have mirroring, like to mirror from your device. Like if you have something on your device that you wanna show on your TV, I have a lot of people that do that in the conference room world, and they all have USB and HDMI. That's kind of a standard. We have people that'll get to Googling and they get super, super dangerous because they start reading about all these features that they may or may not use. So when you come in, talk to the rocket scientists. The Macon and Warner Robins are full of rocket scientists, and just tell them, this is where I'm putting, this is a picture of my manhole, this is the size of my manhole, and I'm trying to find something that's gonna fit perfect there, or hey, can you send somebody out? We do free estimates, will come out, my phone number comes up right here, and I'll come out and design the system for you at no charge. Now, the neat thing about this is, there is no way you're going to come at either one of our stores and get sold too much. It is I constantly have meetings with these guys to make sure to spend time with your client, to make sure they're going to use all the goodies, and that's the whole thing. We teach it. We live and breathe this stuff, but we want you to be able just to turn it on and enjoy what you bought from Ken's. Now, there's something else. You got to follow me this way, David. I'm sorry about that. See that sign right there? That's tech support. I talk about tech support a lot. Since 1978, we've had tech support. We have our own technician. I'm actually going to take you around here and give you an idea. All that stuff back there, that's Brad. That's my partner and my best friend in the world, my brother Kenny. And that guy right there is the Brainiac. That's Brad. And all this stuff is this is all what came in over the weekend. His pressure is to make sure that anything that you have that's broke gets fixed. That's what he does for a living. So we have a living, breathing technician. We have two of them with him and Kurt Cozy, and this is exactly what they do, is that. So here's my phone number. Now, the reason I put my phone number there is you can call me, you can ask questions, you can text me. A lot of y'all do that already, but if you need an actual living, breathing technician, we have it at Ken's, and that's good stuff. Okay, now we are out at the pavilion and the pool, and as you can tell, this is ridiculous. Now, before I even get into what we do, I just want you to look this way and get an idea of how absolutely perfect this has been designed and built, and us getting to come into play on this. Now, the idea is, of course, it's nice to have an outdoor kitchen and pavilion and all this cool stuff, but you got to have audio, you got to have video, and when you have this much open area, the speakers have to be waterproof and ready. So we've got clip speakers up here. They're completely weatherproof. So no matter what, humidity, dew, whatever happens out here, those speakers have a lifetime warranty, number one. Number two, they are literally weatherproof. They will play in any type of environment. So even if they're not under here, they can be out there if they chose to. We got a remote control. So this remote controls all of the goods that are in a closet back there. And this is a 75-inch SunBright. As you can tell, all the graphics are there, but it's not all about glare. The idea behind these TVs is they're 50% brighter than an indoor TV for outdoor, for the obvious, because you have so much glare, and they have 50% less glare. So they're brighter and they have less glare. It kind of makes sense. And they're made for the rain. I have one of these that we did across town here and it's out in the rain. It pours rain on the TV. They're literally weatherproof for that. Now, we have remote control that gives me plenty of sound. So getting away from the TV, I can go right here, hit previous channel, and let you hear music. It allows me to run my DirecTV music through my sound. So now I got plenty of sound, a lot of sound. Now you got 20, 30, 40, 50 people out here, right? But here's the good stuff. I'm gonna flip you. Come this way. When I go into my remote control and go to my rock speakers, I can get out here and I can turn these up separately. It's amazing bass and sound. But it is rock solid. Literally, you can put that in the ground or above the ground. We normally will run what they call a UL type of cable to it that we put in the ground that's made to be in the element so it won't go bad over time. So coming back this way, so when you get done, listen how even the music is. So as I come back up top, from the remote control, I can go back over, and now I have control over these speakers. So I'm controlling the pool with its own amplifier. Now, don't get all confused with this. At the end of the day, we just teach you how to use the remote. We do the rocket science part of it, but listen at it. It's very evenly distributed. A lot of highs, a lot of mid, a lot of bass. 75-inch SunBright. I mean, my man that's filming right now, David, said, I could live out here, just out here. This is awesome. My guys did a fantastic job. All right, First Evangelical Church on Fulton Mill Road in Macon, and this is their new youth building, and let me know, we're going to take you in and see all the details, but you're talking about audio, video, they are ready for worship. My guys have absolutely knocked it out of the park. Let's get inside and check it all out. All right, as you kind of come down into the back end of this building, man, this thing is massive, it's beautiful, and they are so ready to serve the youth of the church. So in the regards to that, in their Bible study rooms, I'm going to flip you through here, come on through here. This particular one, we ended up putting the flat panel here. This is a larger Bible study or Sunday school room type deal. We got a 65-inch 4K. You see it's fully smart tiled. Everything's in place. We put them up high so you can have a lot of people in the room. And then it's got a tilt to try to keep some of the glare out. These Yamaha soundbars are amazing. This is the third generation of what they call the 100 series. It has Bluetooth, so now they can Bluetooth their music to it. It has a fiber optic cable that plugs into this, and you may be hearing a little bit of bass. We're going to get to the multi-purpose room in a second. But it's nice, it's all turnkey and easy, and they can mirror from their devices to it as well. So follow me this way. So the idea behind this, if you'll look down this hallway, is these are all Sunday school rooms, and they all mirror one another. Flush mount clip speakers all the way through for the 5.1 surround. We have a massive 15-inch sub, right? We have a 75-inch 4K, fully smart, and right now we just got a little graphic showing that you can plug your computer, because we put this jack here that allows them to do like a Bible study or whatever anybody want to display from here, because all the equipment's in a closet over here. So this just makes it easy for them to plug right into the surround sound. Nice and clean and simple. They'll have a piece of furniture here. Obviously you see the TV is amazing, brand new. Come this way. Yeah. In regards to equipment, we're still in our cleanup phase, but I got excited and came over here to film. This rack will be filled up, and this allows us to have a Blu-ray. They'll have a cable box. They'll have a way to put a PC in here. They have full surround sound with Bluetooth for audio, and it has what they call a pass-through. So they can actually have something displaying on the TV while they're still playing music from their iPad or their phone or Android device. It's just really nice. And then we have an all-in-one remote control that operates everything outside for the multi-purpose room. So it's nice to know that, again, you see what we're doing. Everything, as the way it works, is simple and easy. All the tiles that come up for the smart is easy. That way, from people coming in here, new teachers and new volunteers, it's always simple to get right back into the ride of what you're doing as far as teaching and Bible study. Now, in this multi-purpose room, you see they have a kitchen over there too. So this thing completely can transform to, guess what? A Super Bowl party, right? Or a youth night or a teen night or a Bible study. It just really is ready to do anything and everything. And as you hear, the sound is perfection, but that's when you have 500 watts and another 1,000 watts on bass. All right, this is the small kids area. So you see we've got another 65-inch, another soundbar. Again, we're making sure we're very repetitive in how all the rooms are set up to keep it user-friendly. This easily will fill this. There's a big room if you want to kind of flip and get an idea. So if you get 30 or 40 kids in here, you have to have a little bit of power to overcome. That's the reason we use the soundbar, and we fire all the sound kind of down this little corridor here. Now, in their large youth worship area, which is why I have this in my hand, come this way. The idea behind this is, check this out. Now, this is a massive. Why? Because it's an 85-inch smart, right? We have a full surround sound built in. And then in the corners, you'll see the Yamaha speakers are on the PA side. Now, the reason we have a surround sound and PA is because you don't have to turn the whole audio video system on it if you're just doing worship from a sound standpoint. Or if you want to have a movie night, you can still talk while the movie or the game or whatever Sunday school study that you're doing is all working. We still have a HDMI port in the front. This allows them to come in and plug into the surround sound system. But it's nice because we keep it nice and simple. The PA, which you're listening to, a Shure wireless handheld microphone now, is nice because all the equipment is that way. It's in this closet over here, and it keeps it simple to use, but kind of out of everybody's reach. So the only reason I ever have to go into the closet is if I want to be able to adjust my mixer, which you see right here, or if I want to be able to insert a DVD, which is right here. And it keeps it nice and simple. And we got 4 or 5 remotes up there now, but at the end of the day, it's one remote control that operates the entire system, and it's not line of sight. So you can be out there with the door still locked and control your sound system. It's super, super cool. And we'll get in here and label all the inputs so it's easy to use and all that. So at First Evangelical Church on Fulton Mill Road, Macon, I am letting you know they are all about their youth. This entire building, I hope you're seeing a cutaway of the building now, is completely dedicated to developing their youth in a loving environment for church. Hey, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch our show. It is 30 minutes that for me just goes super fast. But let me tell you, I understand where we, Ken Stereo, stands with you. We work for you, and we are thankful to have that job with you. We're so thankful to be able to create and design and install and all the stuff you let us do. We do motorcycles and cars and ATVs and just crazy amount of stuff. We do home theaters, we do offices, we do conference rooms, we do streaming. Streaming is so important in today's world where our society changed so much. In January of this year, as the whole world got rocked, what we realized in business, we still have to work. And with that, the PTZ world kicked up, which is robotic cameras and stuff. We do a lot of that, and we have our own tech support, which means we install it, right? And we support it, we teach it, and we can fix it. That is a full meal deal if I've ever heard of one. That's kind of how the whole basis came from 1978. I don't think my dad was thinking about robotic cameras in 1978, but thank goodness that he entrusted us, the second gens, to come through with this. We have 25 to 27 employees, depending on time and where we are, that do exactly that. Here's what's cool, what you need to know is, of all of those employees, there's only 6 salesmen. So we have 19 people that literally do what they do in the service side of things for you. Now, we have a huge social media page that comes up right here. We've got a YouTube channel and Facebook and kind of Instagram, and this is just constantly changing. Every 3 or 4 days, I try to change things on there to kind of give you ideas of what we've gotten our mittens into. It's really fun to do what we do. Everybody loves music. Everybody loves movies. And if you don't like one or the other, then you just have to kind of get in that mode where you turn your favorite song on. It happens to me all the time when I drive. I get up in the morning at 4:30 in the morning when I head out of the house. I always put on something super cool, something I can jam out to. Well, that's what we do. We do the jam out stuff. Now, in the end of this, I want to make sure you understand where we are in this. My phone number comes up right here, and today my brother's phone number comes up right here. So both these phone numbers are the owners of the company. I say that with gratitude. If you have an issue or a question or you're just dreaming or whatever, shoot a text out to us or call us, and we'll get you with if it's somebody, most of the people in our company are smarter than us, so if it requires that kind of smarts, we'll put you with one of those folks. If it's something that's like an issue that needs to be resolved, that's what me and my brother Kenny do. So feel free to call us, right? A lot of people go to social media and they'll want to get that social media jab before they do that. And that's fine and dandy if that's who you are. But if you have an issue, just call me first and give me a fair shot. It's in my best interest to do right by you. Why? Because I work for you. That's why. I leave you this in Romans 10:9. It says that if you declare with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Savior, meaning confess your sins, Jesus Christ, and you believe that He was raised from the dead, you are saved. Now, being saved to the unbeliever, it's not a big deal. But being saved to the believer is a big deal. But I say this to everyone. Being saved is important. It's important to accept Christ as your Savior. It is eternal salvation with Jesus Christ at the right hand of God in heaven. It just sounds almost too good to be true, but I'm saying that God bats 1,000. So I'm asking and praying that you'll pray to Him that exact prayer. Let Jesus Christ in. It changes your life. It changed mine forever. Come see us at Ken's in Macon in Warner Robins. I need you to time me. I'm going to swim from this end to that end. I know that because people only see me in this is actually what I swim in as well when I do my laps. In 3, 2, come on, give me a break.